recording, or are we
Yes,
live?
we are recording.
We are
We're
recording.
only recording this one. So,
Something we had to do.
yeah, we had to do this.
We just had to do.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Varian Grant. I am the co-owner of Last Call Comics, been so for the last 7 years, and founder of Indie Vote Media LLC, which you're watching right here. I got my start making comics back in 2008. My first book ever published was a black and white interior action comedy called Psycho Sirens, and I've gone ahead and done a crap ton of other books after that. I'm a father, a husband, a geek, a creator, a publisher, a reluctant taxpayer, and artist, shamefully not in that order, and you're watching Indie Vote Live special unboxing episode. Today, as always, I am joined by Randy Zimmerman.
Hey there. Consider me his Ed McMahon. So I'm Randy Zimmerman. I've been doing comics, alternative and independent comics for many, many, many decades. Self-publisher mostly, Arrow Comics, Weeby Comics, Massive Comics. For the last 10 years, I've been doing a comics and entertainment newspaper called Flint Comics that we printed 10,000 copies of a tabloid newspaper that had comics and entertainment article that we gave away all throughout the Flint and Genesee County area. We moved 10,000 copies of this in my county alone and got just a couple hundred back that we gave away at conventions. Now I'm back in looking at the comic market, the direct market. I got out of the direct market with the last incarnation of Arrow Comics because I was fed up with Diamond. I wasn't fed up with the retailers. It was just a frustrating time with many, many, many restrictions and hoops on Diamond's part to try to get product out to be read. And that's really been my goal. When I'm doing comics, I just want to be read. I just want to be read. I want to be enjoyed. I want people to see my point of view and hopefully be entertained by it. So I did Flint Comics and Entertainment for 10 years. And then if you know the Flint, Michigan story at all, if not, you can Google it because it's all over the place. They ran into a bad water problem. I'm about 2 miles south. I live about 2 miles south of the bad water line. I have a granddaughter and a daughter that are living inside, and a son-in-law who are living inside of the bad water line, and they're having to deal with all of the trouble that's still going on, having to do with the fiasco that is Flint water. But doing my paper was advertiser supported, and we gave it away for free. And once the water problem started, the advertising dried up. Wasn't able to get the capital to even keep it running, so I had to shut it down. So with Varian, and I have always been talking, because once a year I throw a convention. Now it was twice a year up here in the Flint area. Throw a little one-day show just to thank people for letting Flint Comics exist and to help keep the paper running. Varian turned me on to YouTube, and I started watching the different comic shows on there. And one of the things I ran across was the crowdfunding situation, which really piqued my interest. So I started buying some of the crowdfunding books. And I ended up getting a hold of Doug TenNapel's Earthworm Jim book, which, or not Earthworm Jim, it started out with Bigfoot Bill. Mm-hmm. I got a hold of Doug's Bigfoot Bill book. Trying to be careful because I didn't wipe out my address on this. Not that I care if I'm doxxed. I printed my address and my phone number in every issue of Flint Comics. So anyway, and when I got the book, I was incredibly impressed because it came in pretty close to a pizza box. Mm-hmm. You can see that. And then when you open it up, it was wrapped again in plastic. And then when you open that up, it was wrapped again, I believe, in bubble wrap. I'm going to open this up carefully because I've got all of the other little things attached with it. But it was also wrapped in bubble wrap. But the book itself was unbelievable. Mm-hmm. It was a hardbound Bigfoot Bill book, beautiful. Yeah, printed by the same guys who print high school yearbooks. If you've ever had a high school yearbook, you know what that's all about.
I mean, the care that he took in packaging that book,
incredibly impressive. Along with a bookmark, a set of trading cards, a fantastic embroidered patch, which is not easy to do. I mean, this was in no way not cheap. None of this book was cheap to me. And the biggest thing I regretted not doing is he was also offering a making of Bigfoot Bill book. And I didn't get that, very unfortunately. But I got the regular book, gold embossed. And as a publisher, I've been publishing comics for decades. Believe me, decades. This book is pretty. It's beyond pretty, and it's fantastically illustrated. It's very readable. The Bigfoot Bill product is a really phenomenal book. If you get a chance to get a hold of a copy, I'm not sure if he's ever going to offer it again. I hope he does because he's getting ready to do Bigfoot Bill 2 again.
Mm.
But or offer the second volume of a Bigfoot Bill. This one was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It was absolutely incredible. So when Doug offered his next campaign, I had to get right in on it
Mm-hmm.
because this was so impressive.
And
So,
there's
and this time I got the making of book, and
Yeah.
he did. His next product was Earthworm Jim,
right.
which almost everyone knows. And I'm so old. I never followed the cartoon. I never liked. I didn't care. I've seen it once or twice and thought, there it
Did
is.
you? Were you familiar with the video game?
No,
Wow.
not at all. Not at all with the video game. But I was so impressed by Bigfoot Bill, and impressed by Doug. I just wanted to get the product.
Mm. And let
So
me
thi-
show
and this
let me
time
show
I-
everyone the campaign.
Yeah.
I have it up there. 815,000. Phenomenal campaign. Ran a phenomenal campaign for this new book, and Earthworm Jim for me, it was the video games and then the cartoon. I had the action figures too. In fact, I still have the action figures. They're out in the
I'm
garage.
sure that's where he got the majority of his subscriptions.
Yeah.
I mean, the majority of the crowdfunding come in because of the recognizable name.
Mhm. And so you back this, Randy. You're one of the people that one of the
did.
9,074 backers.
Yep. One of the 9,000. I just got my box earlier today,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing is big. Look at this.
Me.
Throw me up there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. That box is big. I'm not going to show you the front because I haven't wiped out my name, but look at that awesome box, and it is thick. It is heavy. It came priority U.S. mail. And the big thing that Doug did that I appreciate is that he had a tracking number assigned to this box.
Mhm.
Let me see if I can actually show it to you without showing you my address. He had it assigned. There's a cow on the front. I had a tracking number assigned to this. I could follow it. Whoops. Never mind. There we go. You might have to blur that out later.
I see it. Yeah.
Let's not do that. We don't want everybody to know. I mean, not that it matters, actually. So now I'm going to open up this box.
Cool. And we're
let's
gonna do it live.
Let's take a look at what's inside.
We're gonna see
I
what
can
the
swing my camera around here. I work in a very crowded basement down here. As you can see, I got a spiral rack back behind me. Viking Yoda is constantly looking over at my work. And this thing's taped. My camera's going to jiggle a little bit as I open up the top. It doesn't take much. There's a couple pieces of tape that's in front of that. It's flipping open. Oh, look at that top. Ah, man, I wish I could swing my camera around. Let me see if I can show you. There's the box.
okay.
How's that? I might have to do this one-handed. I don't know. I don't want it to fall on the floor.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
what
be
it
there.
looks like on the inside. Look at that. It is.
Let me bring
secured.
you up full screen.
Huh?
Let me bring you up full
Bring me up
screen
full
here so
screen.
you can.
I'm going to try to keep that camera steady and down here.
Okay.
See if I can do that instead of we're going to look like a bad Star Trek episode. The Enterprise is shaking. Captain, I don't know what to do. Is that better? That might be.
You're gonna have to hold it up though. I'll flip it.
Is that,
Yeah, that'll look.
oh, I don't want people to see my big gut. Come on. I've been doing comics all this whole time and not video production, folks.
That's good right there. And you just flip it up toward us like
I can hold it there. There's a little bit of my Wacom board right there. Anyway. Oh, that's in a bag. Look at that. That's in a bag. There's a bag with the goodies. That's sealed up here. Oh, I got to swing this down in front of the camera. There's a bag with the goodies. There's a great little thank you note here.
Mm-hmm.
A goodie checklist.
It's a big,
Everything that's there.
great deck of goodies. Yeah.
It's a big bag of goodies. Is what that is. I'm gonna open that.
So that's in a taped bag.
Taped
And
bag.
that
That's taped on one side, so I'm gonna empty everything out in a hurry.
and I just noticed that box has art all throughout it.
Yes, it does,
Mm.
and it's packed. It's got a nice packing rim on the inside. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just incredible, and that's around all four sides.
Mhm.
Plus, he's got his advertising here along the front or along the top of the box. So
Well,
that
you can hold it
get
next to
on
your
the
face.
mailing
It's
list.
easier.
See it there with his email address.
Yeah.
Oh, I can smell that book. You know, if you print comics for a while, you realize certain products have smells. You know, you can smell an old newsprint comic and it smells good. Let me try to focus back
That
on
looks
this.
good. That's good. Don't touch it.
Yeah, don't touch it. Don't touch it. You're looking at my big gut. Anyway, there's a set of trading cards. I'm not going to open them.
Right.
There's a pack. There are sketch gold cards, tattoo, foil, and lenticulars in there.
Okay.
Lenticular particulars I'm not going to get into, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to open this up.
That's cool. We understand.
There is another old style. Look at that, groovy cards,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in the old style packs. It's really awesome. Groovy cards, Earthworm Jim groovy cards. I might end up having to open these up just to see what's in there. Another set. There's 2 pack of groovy cards inside. I don't know how I rated that, but I got 2. Anyway, and another embroidered patch.
Wow. Look at
Groovy on
detail
it.
in there.
Look at that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was in the
Put that a
printwear
little close to
business.
the camera, Randy.
I was in the printwear business for a while, and getting tight embroidery like that, not cheap, folks. Not cheap. Getting embroidery on a patch at all is not cheap.
Yeah, I mean, because each of those colors is another, like, in most cases, $30, 30, $40.
Well, I believe the light blue in the background was screen printed on, probably.
Mhm.
But the rest of this is all embroidery.
Yeah, I have some embroidered hats for my publishing company, Last Call Comics, and those hats aren't cheap. So,
No, but this is a really tight thread count. Whoever did this for Doug it is in the business to print really nice tight patches like this, and they did an awesome job. Really good. Bigfoot Bill, the Finger of Poseidon. Look, it's a regular comic.
Mm.
Bigfoot Bill comic, just like the last. Oh, not like the last one. Actually, it's got more painted work in here. It looks like.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna set that there. Oh, it smells like a fresh new modern comic. Is what that smells like. Nice paper, nice work.
Mm-hmm. That front cover looks like it's got a lot of shine to it.
And this is really smart because I didn't realize he was sending a Bigfoot Bill comic, but it really gives a big push for the Bigfoot Bill property and the other stuff that he's got planned. Because I know Bigfoot Bill 2 is his next project.
All right.
Looks awesome. Looks great. Look at the coloring on that. That's
Yeah.
one of the things I really liked about the Bigfoot Bill book too, is that it had nice work, nice coloring, and it wasn't your typical modern comic. It didn't. Nothing was really realistic. I'm a real cartoony guy anyway.
Mhm.
I like cartoons, and the product was really good, very solid, and I'm sure this is an awesome read.
Mhm.
Next up is a look at that. It's gonna fall. I'm not sure what this is. What the heck is this?
Is that a
Looks
poster?
like a couple of prints. I'm going to move this over to the side here, so it's not going to spill all over the floor, and I don't look like a complete and total klutz here. Move this stuff over. There's a lot in this box. We haven't even gotten to the main stuff. Prints.
Okay.
Looks like it's an Earthworm Jim print.
Yep.
I'm not 100% up on the characters, but I know that that's Earthworm Jim. That is also Earthworm Jim.
Is that an Earthworm Jim puzzle dowel down there? Those 3D dowels, it looks like.
Yeah, it is. Yep, there's a number of different prints. Oh, look at that one. That one's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great production piece.
Is that on?
That's got to be a comic cover.
That's some type of cardstock, isn't it?
One of the covers of the book. Oh yeah, absolutely. If you follow Doug's videos, he takes all the way through his printing processes. It's very good, very very top quality, and yeah, that's a little Earthworm Jim 3D character that you can cut out and put together. Fun.
Awesome.
Just fun stuff. Just fun. That's exactly what that is. Oh, and there's so many more prints here. Look at this. I think this is a poster. That is a poster. Holy crap. Can we pull it? I don't know if I can. Oh, that's sweet. Look at that.
Massive poster, huh?
That is a massive poster that I haven't even unfolded all the way yet. Oh, I got to be careful here. These folds can be touchy. Oh, look at that. That's just sweet. This is movie poster size poster.
Yeah.
There. of her and the bee, of Jim and the bee girl looking up at the. There's a cow floating here in space, a bunch of birds. Let me turn it just a little bit here and see if I can't show you everything that's here. It's folded, so I apologize for that. It's folded. It's big. It's pretty much movie poster size. If I had to guess,
It's Princess what's her name, right?
it looks like 24 by. I don't want to say 36. It might be 24 by 36.
Yeah. So it's Earthworm Jim and Princess what's her name?
Yep, Princess what's her name. And on the back of that, of course, another print of a couple of awesome cows.
Yeah.
This is Release the Cow.
That's pretty cool. Now let's get to that book,
Down
Randy.
just a little bit. Yeah. Oh, that's not just one book. I ordered both of them.
Oh, did you? That's right. That's right. You got the.
That might be why I got all the nice, the great premiums. So give me just a second.
Mm-hmm. You got the fully loaded package.
Apparently. I think I did actually, because I learned from the Bigfoot Bill book that you want to get the making of book as well, because that making of Bigfoot Bill looked incredible. This is the Earthworm Jim book, and that is that picture right there, and I'm sure that wraps around. Yep, that's awesome. Ooh, he did. There's some nice stamping on that. Let me take that out of the plastic.
Yeah, it looks like they're stamping on the book, some embossing on the book underneath as well.
Yeah,
is that embossed? Is that?
There is. You can run your finger across the guy in the saucer here. Pops out. Is stamped.
Oh, that's nice.
Same thing with the main character here.
Yeah.
Is also bumped out just a little.
That's a gorgeous looking book.
Logo's bumped out. Yeah. I can't wait to read this. This is going to be phenomenal. Look at that, Mr. TenNapel's signature right there.
Mm-hmm. Is that hand signature? Is it?
Oh yeah. He signs them all. He signs them all before they print them. He's got a lot of videos out on just how these were made. And there's probably, I'm pretty sure, though I don't remember seeing it, one out where he's signing them. And again, that looks like it's bumped out. Nope, that's just nice and shiny. Look at that. There is a layer of like lamination right on that Bill or the Jim character.
Yeah.
Not on the whole cover, just on Jim. That's really sweet. It's nice work.
Almost like a what's it good spot UV coating.
Yeah, probably. That's nice. I'm going to open this up very carefully. Author's note. Oh, timeline. Wait a minute. This might be the making of book. This is the making of book.
Yeah.
So there's all sorts of little notes on the manufacture, creation of Earthworm Jim, the character, the team that went into making it. It's starting to slip off here, so I'm going to scooch this up just a little. Look at that. And that's a nice thick book. Again, I can't wait to read this.
I remember
that took a lot of time. This typesetting and mock-up work, it's not cheap and it's not quick. Plus, there's an early comic book inside, all sorts of illustrations, all sorts of photographs.
Funny story is I used to play with my I used to have the Earthworm Jim action figure, and
let's see if we can show that spine. That's got a gold leaf along the edges there on that spine. That's somebody who has attention to detail. That's what
that's I mean, and to think that's the type of care he put into a making of book.
That's exactly right. This is the secondary book.
Yeah.
This is the thank you so much for your investment book. And that could have been, that could have been saddle stitched or.
Yeah, I mean,
it's hardback. It's sturdy. It's going to fit on a shelf real good. If anybody who ends up putting that on their shelf, I got plenty of shelves down here, so that's where it's going to end up. Then, let's see, that pops out. I don't want that to pop out too far. Then it's the actual Earthworm Jim book, Launch the Cow. Oh man, which is heavier than the making of book.
That's nice. Yeah, I like that red design around it, and that looks like that's been hit with a bit of
graffiti.
Yeah. At this point, Doug is just showing off.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you take that care, and
Mm-hmm.
you show off. The more you show off like that, the more fun you're having. This is red metallic
Mm-hmm.
emboss around the frame, around it, just like the red frame around here. The logo is embossed and raised. Earthworm himself is raised to make him pop out just a little bit. The title, Launch the Cow, Doug TenNapel's name is
Mm-hmm.
raised on this. Back cover is that picture. I think he gave us a print of that also, and it also has the same framework
Mm-hmm.
around
Randy,
its
do
metallic.
you remember how much your perk was?
I think this was $50
All of that for 50
plus
bucks.
shipping. I am pretty sure if you get up on his site
Yeah.
and take a look. I know you called up the campaign before.
Yeah.
And again, along the corner or along the edges there is that gold frame all the way around. That's just quality book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, right now, I mean, in my opinion, Randy, you've already went over your investment on that book. I mean, that the
Check
what you got is much more than
check that price. I am pretty sure
yeah,
it was $50 plus 60 25 a book
I see a $70 perk. It's the making
for
of
what?
book or from Jim Sign
Maybe it was
comic,
70 then. It might have been
3
70.
quality prints, but then that doesn't mention the cards.
It doesn't mention that Bigfoot
Yeah,
Bill comic either.
yeah, he might have just threw that in as you got as a stretch goal. So yeah, I mean, but
Yeah, he probably did. He probably did. I didn't pay much
yeah,
attention to his campaign
the
outside of
the,
ordering it because
the
I knew
thing
he was
is,
going to come.
there's a massive amount of pages there. There's a massive amount of pages.
And then
There's
it's all quality stuff. Look at that.
yeah, the amount of work that was put into that book, the presentation of the book alone.
Look at that.
Wow.
So yeah, and I told everybody when Bigfoot Bill came out. Did you? And you know that because I drooled over it
Yeah.
when I got it to you. Did you see this book? Holy crap! Did you see how this book was packed? Holy crap! This book
And,
is amazing.
and Randy, a question because you've done books you said for decades now, and we know, um,
Chom.
you know the amount of work it takes to put out a book of that type of that
Yes.
caliber,
Yep, I do.
and the fact that Doug did it on time.
On
uh,
on time when promised. I'm getting away from my gut here.
okay. On time when promised.
And he kept a tight schedule. Is what he did.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he had a running start on this, and he just kept going on it.
Yeah, and yeah, the campaign is closed now, everybody. But if you get an opportunity to get this book, I
It's
suggest you jump
because
back on.
he probably printed this to order. Yeah, look at all that. Fact.
Yeah, gorgeous book. I mean, there's some of the pages there. If you
And I
one of the
also
pages,
know
if you
he had stretch goals that he was hitting. That if you hit a particular goal, somebody on his creative team got a bonus.
hmm
And you can tell there's a lot of care, there's a lot of attention, there's a lot more people than Doug that went into this, and everybody's talent for this really shines through.
Yeah.
This is a product I'm very, very happy to have invested in. Very happy to have gotten. I thank Doug deeply for his work, and I can't wait to read his book.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great. It looks like a good book. Randy, would you, if you had to give the presentation or even this is a presentation because that's all you haven't read the book yet. But what letter grade would you give it?
I'd give it an A plus. This you can't. What are you going to do to get better than this?
Not much. Not much.
What are you going to do? What are you? Two hardbound books for $70 when one of those books, the Earthworm Jim book, not just the making of, but the Earthworm Jim book, that's got to be $100 book right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
retail. I'm telling you right now, you go
retail cost.
Yeah.
I don't know what it cost him to print this.
I've gone to bookstores and I've picked up books of not put together, not constructed as well as that book, and paid $50 for an art book. I got a video game art book over there that I paid $50 for, and it's less pages.
That making of book,
Yeah.
even if you were, and I'm not ever saying that would ever happen, but even if you were to find it in a book of that type in a discount shop or at Barnes and Nobles on the cheap racks, because I'm cheap, so I like looking for art books that are inexpensive. You're still paying $25, $30 for a book like that.
Definitely a book,
And
product that
that's almost like a free. That's almost like a free book. And this was totally unexpected. And thank you very much, Doug. That's it's slick. It's beautiful. It's just phenomenally nice product. I don't even know what the page count in is, but look at that. Not very often you see, and I'm sure it was printed in limited run. You get that fold right up here. That's just horrible. This isn't like that. This sits like an actual comic book in it, and it's just incredible. Because I've had books that are this size that have that really, you get it done print on demand. You have that obnoxious fold at the saddle stitch where they don't take that extra time to do that little extra squeeze down here to make this feel like a book instead of a bunch of folded pieces stapled together.
has Doug raised the bar for you a little bit in terms of book
Makes me
presentation.
incredibly jealous, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
He does. He does. The coloring inside is just, and I'm picky when it comes to coloring. There's we've had that discussion quite often. It could be a muddy mess, but this isn't. And the cartoon work on this is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
So
It looks really good.
I can't wait to read it.
And Rand, you just got it today.
Just got it today.
Yeah.
Just got. I've been following the package because I've been so eager to get it, and I saw what Doug did for the packing box, and I had to see it. And I'm in a neighborhood. Not really. My neighborhood's not really bad, but I had some stuff stolen off of my front porch a couple months ago, so I was really leery about anybody leaving packages here. So I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
I was waiting. I was watching for it. I'm glad I found it. I'm glad it came. It came unscratched. Everything is in perfect condition. And the packing on the box, you couldn't ask for better.
That's cool. That's cool.
Am I drooling? Am I drooling? It's just
looks like
the way it is.
Looks like Doug is knocked another one out the park again.
I'm incredibly happy with this product.
Yeah.
And can't thank him enough for it. I hope he sees this video and
I hope he does. And if he does, I'd like to ask Doug I'd like to ask him what is he going to do next? How is he going to outdo himself?
Next is Bigfoot Bill 2. I don't know what he's doing after Bigfoot Bill 2.
Yeah, like I'm talking about the presentation of that book. Like, are you going to hand deliver it? Is it going to be white glove delivery?
It's going to have to go a long way.
Yeah.
As somebody in a suit, in a tux, bringing it to the door in white gloves.
Yeah.
Here you are, sir.
Yeah.
You're the book. But yeah, thanks, Doug, for being on time. There's so many crowdfunding campaigns out there that are late that I'm really worried about even delivering. And some you can keep track of and stay on top of and understand this glitch or that glitch. But you were prepared. Obviously, you know what you're doing. You know how to get a book printed. You know how to get a book printed on time, get it out to people, and make it look shiny and just pretty.
Really was world-class service.
Very, very much so. Yeah. I honestly, in my publishing experience, I don't know what he could have done to make this a better book. But I haven't read it yet, so we'll see how the story goes.
And
I'm sure that if the story's half as pretty as the packaging, it's going to be an incredible read.
Already, it looks like you got more than what you paid for.
Much more.
So yeah,
that's the thing,
and that's how it should be done. So
that's we do this podcast every Tuesday and Thursday in order to try to keep people educated, because I've got a little experience in printing, not just comics but newspaper and dealing with different printers and all of that. But I am sincerely, deeply impressed with this product.
Yeah, and I want to say that starting IndieVolt, IndieVolt.com, the website, IndieVolt TV, IndieVolt Radio. We started those things so that we could help push the indie entertainment industry and
not
the creators.
Just that, but in order for us to learn too, because there's so many different aspects to this book or to this business that we all need to know. So we're learning as we're doing this. But
when we push stuff and it's awesome to have stuff that we can push to. We can actually say, hey, look at this. This is an example of when it's working properly. Yep. When everything is, when that creator is really focused and dedicated to their product, this is how things can be. So it's really
easy. It's easy to rail on the bad and the mistakes and the guffaws, because everybody's learning and stumbling along. But having something done this professional and this well done really needs the praise and all the praise that it can generate.
Yeah,
because it's just a phenomenal package. It's a good day for sequential art.
Yeah. So thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Doug.
Yeah. Good job. Good on you. Randy, any closing remarks?
No, just that as more, I've got a bunch of other crowdfunding stuff out there. I'm still waiting to come in. Some of it's incredibly late. Some of it's in, but we've done unboxing or we've shown off different products before on this channel, and we like to promote the indie comics that we don't think get a lot of exposure. Doug got a ton of exposure. He made what 800 and something, 830 something on this.
Yeah, it was
on this product, and
yeah.
I don't care. He deserved it.
Yeah,
He
it looks like
he deserved it.
Yeah, he did a $815,676, and
$815,000. I'm not a fan of Earthworm Jim before, but I'm a fan of Doug TenNapel's ethics and his printability. You know?
So
and his knowledge to do a campaign and kick it out and have it look as pretty as it does. I'll be showing everybody this at Christmas.
Yeah, and it's really cool because again, like it helps. It's one of the things that we get to hold up and say, look, you know, and we've been blessed to have a lot of that lately. You know, that look, this is what we can do.
We've been lucky to find some really talented folks out there who do some just phenomenal products, and this is definitely one of the phenomenal ones.
Yeah, so. But Doug is throwing on the gauntlet, so I definitely gotta.
Yes, he has.
I definitely gotta put some embossing in my book now.
There's definitely a bar out there that you know, anybody doing a book like this in hardcover is going to have to look at this, and it will be compared to.
Yeah. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me, Randy. I appreciate it. And you can see me and Randy every Tuesday at Indie Vault live on the
YouTube channel,
Twitch,
Indie Vault Radio,
at the Facebook at Indie Vault Radio. And if you want, we have Indie Vault TV, which streams indie content 24/7, indie news, some interviews. It's available to your Roku, as well as Indie Vault Radio, which is available as a Google Play app, as well as you can find it on streamer on iOS. Me and Randy are here every Tuesday at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then again Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And feel free to drop by the Indie Vault Facebook. Check out indievolt.com. That is the website where we, you know, it's like, you know, bleeding cool, just a whole lot cooler. I don't know. Should we compare ourselves to?
No. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. But
let's just say we're here for the indie comics. If you have an indie comic or an indie crowdfunding campaign that you want us to talk about and get on the air and show in front of people, let us know. We have a pretty wide reach that goes all the way around the world with Indie Vault Radio. So.
Yep, and Indie Vault Radio, of course. All right, so Randy, thank you for joining me. We want to make sure we got a chance to unbox that book. This is going to go up.
Thanks for having me on and allowing me to geek out a little bit.
No problem, sir. Thank you for joining us.
If you do that very often with some of these products. So.
Yeah, you don't.
No.
Yeah, we were really low this week. Now we're back up. So thank you, Randy, for joining me, and thank you guys for watching. We'll see you very, very soon.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here.